All right, we will call this meeting to order. Welcome all to the December 19th meeting of the Economic Development Authority of the City of Lynchburg. Start with roll call. Sean Hewitt. Pat Mosby. Kimberly Sorensen.
Here.
John Stone. Here. Richard Tugman.
Here.
Sackett Wood.
Here.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, approval of minutes from our November 7th meeting. Any questions or comments on those minutes before I accept a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve minutes as presented. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Minutes are approved. Number 3, Framatome Incentive, Margette.
Yes. So Framatome has submitted all the documentation that's in your Dropbox for the employees that they have added in the year, which is really exciting. I think the number that they gave me when they sent the information in was 95, but I think it's up to 130 now. So I just wanted to bring it back because it's something a little different, and I really appreciate you all's approval of a payment schedule for them because it really helps them out. So this is the first check. It's in the performance agreement. You all had agreed to that, but I wanted to bring it forward because I think it's great news, and I want to continue to talk about the investment that Framatome has made long past the groundbreaking.
All right, so do we need to take action to approve the release?
Ted, do they need to take action if it's in the performance agreement and okay.
Very good. So we need a motion to approve the release of the first annual payment to Framatome for meeting their job creation and retention benchmarks.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, that release is approved. Staff report, Margette?
Okay. Just going to hit the high points. I'm going to start listing in here the business visits that we go on and give you all a little bit more information on that particular goal. But in goal 2, you've all got a copy of the annual report. Thank all of you that came to the reception. I thought it was really great given the time of year that it was, and the fact that, you know, I really, the staff has done it, Cameron and Abby, I mean, everybody pulled together, but truthfully, the annual report was kind of left in the lurch, and we all came together as a team to say, can we do this, right? Can we get this, and can we pull it off in this shorter period of time, and then have a reception? Because on the tourism side of the house, and the economic development side of the house, those two groups, like the tourism folks, they hadn't had like a partner meeting in quite some time. So they all said, yeah, we're up for the challenge, and I think it's one of the best ones that we've ever done, because we really paid attention to, everybody on the team was involved, and you know, had a say in how it was laid out and all of that. So kudos to them. It went out electronically. It went out electronically to all of everybody in our business list, and also all of the tourism partners immediately thereafter. So we felt really good about that. The RFP has been reissued. You got a copy of the reissued RFP in your Dropbox, and they're due back on the 6th. So Rick has been going back and forth with me asking some questions, but it's really good because all of you all were involved, and Tom and Rachel and Stephanie Suter in procurement, So that means when we get questions in, we've got full depth of folks to go and check with. We did a walkthrough at BWXT. I think we probably mentioned that in November. So Rick he would just like the nod from you all to be able to go in there. Of course, we have to get permission from BWXT, right? To go in there and get a bid on what it might take to take that building back to a manufacturing space. Like just look at, because everything they've done is not, is not really permanent. Yeah, offices all around the perimeter, which is what it was previously, but cubicles kind of in the middle and a, conference room, rooms set up at different times. They've changed it around, but they haven't. BWXT 109 Ramsey Place. So I told him I didn't, think you all would have any problem with that, but I mean, the main thing is letting BWXT know when you're in the building. Mm-hmm. And I think they're probably, in the process of relocating, certain staff as they get their building in Mount Athos rehabbed. We just completed the Virginia Brownfields Assistance Fund grant that we gave to Daryl Calfee's group on Bedford Avenue for some remediation done. That was a really quick turnaround while Clayton was here, and the folks at Virginia Brownfields, we had such a great relationship with them. We were able to turn that around really quickly, and Keisha just told me she's received the money and we've cut the check. So thank you all for supporting us on that. I think it's called the Palmyra House.
Palmyra, maybe?
Palmyra.
It looks
okay.
great.
Does it?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just down there, but I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we've submitted final reports on the other two grants that we applied for through the EDA, and the Ivy Creek sites A and B have come back, and we have money in CIP to execute on utilities and the road access, but Public Works has come back with some additional comments on the design and the site plan that was submitted. We thought this was all finished. Don't get me started. And so now the consultants are re-engaged with Public Works to figure out what to do there. And we just as a precautionary item, the amount of money that's in CIP for FY25 may not be enough as prices have gone up, and I don't know what their comments are going to entail that would change the site plan. So I applied, pre-applied for VBRSP to fill the gap. And I also pre-applied to VBRSP for the airport. They accepted both pre-applications, but because of the transition at the airport and the lack of depth of that poor staff over there is doing everything they can. And so levying that on them when that's still pretty much in the design phase, they don't really have a real site plan there yet. Also, I was always intending to go after from VDOT industrial access funds that are there when you're building a road. The road that Boxley, AKA Dominion, block is on was built, the EDA and the city built that road with industrial access funds. They've changed the name of it now. It's called the Economic Development Access Funds. I've been in touch with them, and they feel really confident that this project will qualify with them. So VEDP wants to see that I have applied for any other grants in addition to theirs. So we here at the office, meager as we are at this point, are going to attempt to turn this grant around in a week. So wish us luck. But the VBRSP opens once a year, so that's in January. And, I'm just giving it a shot. Everything we do, we could use again. And the reason I'm doing that and attempting this is because we've already applied once. And so a lot of the information that we need there can just be updated. I've got a drone out there flying today to look at where we cleared the site. We didn't completely clear the site, as you all know from Clayton. We cleared it enough for it not to be a maintenance and runoff issue. So I'm just hoping that all the overgrowth had, come back with a vengeance, because I do want to be able to show that we made progress in where that road and utilities is going to go. So that's happening today. And the VDOT grant is a rolling, timetable. So we're going to do a pre-application with VDOT, get in under the next time that they have an opening for the grant, and so all of that is in process while the plans I thought that I had approved are being looked at again. So all good things, just an awful lot of work at the end of the year when lots of people are trying to take off. And Andrew is, as always, killing it. I'm just going to start on you all staff report to collect information from all the different areas of this department. There's a marketing arm of this department. There's a tourism sales arm of this department. There's the economic development side of this department. So you all are our ambassadors out in and of the world. And so we're going to get this information, same information I send upstairs to leadership, to just let you know. And Abby May, who is our marketing person, who has to do everything, she puts together a roundup every month for the visitor center up there, so they can know what's happening and can give that. And that's no small feat in Lynchburg, because nobody tells you what they're doing, and they think you're supposed to be telepathic. And so it's just really nice, right? Would want you all to know it, and all of that. So we're looking at staffing, and just to make sure we've got I looked at it the other day, and tourism came over in 2017 into 2016, 2017. Museums came over in 2018, and special events came over in 2019. And we've done the best we could to, integrate that into what we have there. But I think now is like a really good time to take an assessment of each one of those roles and what needs to happen there. And so I'm also, talking with Winter, Greg, and Kent to make sure that, we get this in a place where they feel really, comfortable with it as well. So we also have, one of the things I did was we got residents to do the branding study for us, and that really helped the marketing side of the house have marching orders for like 3 years. The marching orders were to deploy that brand, get that brand out there, and do the steps that takes. And so now I have asked them for a marketing strategy, which would be for economic development, tourism, and I've pulled Anna's Department of Communications and Public Engagement in, so that all of us can be on the same page on all of that. So if you looked at the annual report, you could see that the last pages of the annual report were about things that were happening in the city. That's the first time we've been able to really gather that information, and we had to do it really quickly. So Anna being downstairs, really helps us to tell the story of the entire city instead of having to chase each department around, individually to get their accomplishments or accolades or make the business and tourism community understand what the city has got going on, that it hopefully it is of benefit to them. So that concludes the staff report. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I thought the taking care of business event the other night was great. I felt like you had really good representation from local business, especially large business. It was a good turnout.
Yeah, it makes such a difference when they suit up and show up. And it's really an individual kind of relationship thing. We don't mass email. I don't mass email any of the people on our major kind of business list, right? I go to them individually, and that's when you know the relationships are still strong, because they'll text me and say, I'm so sorry I couldn't be there. And I thought Andrew did an exceptional job. I mean, he is a rock star.
All right, so looks like we do need to go into closed session.
Yes, we do.